this chapter, you are going to learn about a new kind of functions called rational functions. Rational functions are similar to rational numbers. They are both related to fractions. That means if a function can be represented as a fraction involving two polynomials, suppose this p and q are polynomials, then in mathematics, we call this function to be rational. In core, you are going to learn very little about this kind of rational functions. You will learn more about this in M2. In core, we will just talk about the domain of rational functions. So for the xy intercepts, or how the curve looks like, or should it be increasing or decreasing, all this stuff will be discussed in M2 but not core. So in core, we'll just take a look at the domain of rational functions. Now let's take a look at how we should find the domain of these two rational functions. You have actually learned about this in the first term already, so this is just kind of revision for you. For the first function, in order to find out the domain, we require the denominator to be non-zero. That means we need x plus 2 to be non-zero. That means x should not be minus 2. And therefore the domain is all real numbers except minus 2. And then for gx, same here, we require the denominator to be non-zero. So now we require x to be not 2 and x to be not minus 3. And please pay attention here. Here we should use and but not or, because we want these two conditions to happen together so that this one is not 0. And therefore your conclusion is that the domain is all real numbers except 2 and minus 3. So in order to find out the domain of rational functions, this is simple. Just take a look at the denominator and you want this to be non-zero, and then you should be able to find the related value of x to be excluded.